Hey guys, welcome to the video. This is the start of a new series on this channel. Don't really know what to call it yet, but it is going to be my journey getting parts and collecting them to finally build a PC. So every video is going to be an unboxing of the new part I get, and then the final video of the series will be me building the PC, setting it up, and doing some benchmarks and playing some games. So for today's video, we are doing a unboxing and overview of the ASROCK B450M PRO4. This is a micro ATX board, and I like to see that on the box it has a sticker saying it's AMD Ryzen 3000 desktop ready, which is great because with a lot of B450 boards, AMD isn't supporting them, and it's good to see that on this one that it does. So this is a micro ATX board, like I said, and let's open up the box. So inside we could start with the driver disc. We won't be needing this at all because you can get the drivers online, and we don't really have anything to insert the disc in on the PC that we're gonna get. Next, we have the manual. This is really useful when you're building the PC. It tells you how and where to install the parts and to plug everything in. This looks like a sheet to tell you what sticks of RAM to put in what DIMM slot. This motherboard has 4 DIMM slots, which is really nice considering it's a micro ATX board, and most micro ATX boards, in my experience, have 2 DIMM slots, so this is really nice. So it has updated ridges, and the one we're going to need is the Summit ridge for the 3000 when we get it, and it looks like we put it in A2 and B2 when we get it. So this is useful, but it's kind of the same with everything. So next we have our SATA cables. It comes with 2. We plug these into our motherboard and storage drives so we can connect the storage to the PC. This is our I/O shield. It will go into the case and cover up our I/O ports on the motherboard, so it can peek through the case. And here it looks like we have our 2 M.2 slots, screws or nuts. So now let's get into the board. I'll take it out. Let me put this down. Oh, put that down. Ew. So here we have the motherboard. We can take it out of the packaging. It has a foam layer on the back, so we don't damage the back when we handle it. And let's get this right side up. So here we have the motherboard. It has an AM4 slot for the CPU, which is good and average. Well, not average, but just recommended for the Ryzen CPUs. We have, on this motherboard, we have 4 DIMM slots, which I mentioned earlier, which is really great for a micro ATX board. And we have some heat sinks and a cooler heatsink for the motherboard chip. We have 2 PCIe slots for the graphics card and 2 M.2 slots. One is Ultra, which is where you put your better NVMe M.2 SSD, and this one is just average, which is also really good for a micro ATX board because usually you only get one M.2 SSD. The next thing we can look at is the I/O. So let's take a look at that. We have our our USB 2. We have 2 USB 2 ports. Some old technology stuff that doesn't even matter. HDMI. We have a 3.1 USB Gen 2 and a USB-C version of the same thing. And then we have 4 USB Gen 1 ports. We also have our Ethernet and our audio ports. So let's get this back up onto the board. Oh, well, that's the wrong way. So I got this board for about $105 Canadian, which is about $78 American, I think. And it's a really good deal for this board, considering all it has, with the 2 M.2 slots, the 2 PCIe slots, and the 4 DIMM slots. So that's about it for this board. We can actually see how this board performs once we have the full PC at the end of the series. And that's about it. So thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. And that's it.